Hey guys, Metal here. Today I'm going to be covering how to defend bank. So we're going to start out in the basement. First things you should reinforce are these two walls here, that and that for 2 reinforcements. You also have 4 drop downs to worry about. So this one's not too important, the server room one, but you'll need to get this drop down. You'll need to get this drop down. You'll need to get that drop down, and you'll need to get this drop down. That's 4. Now I've used 6 reinforcements. It's also fairly important to reinforce this wall from garage. So that's 7, and then I'd probably get these 2, although you don't have to. It kind of helps not getting sprayed at from the stairs, but you might also want to shoot holes in them. That's kind of a preference thing. And then same thing with this wall. You might want to reinforce it, you might not. If you reinforce that one, you won't have enough reinforcements for that one. This one's not nearly as important. So I'd generally just leave that one unreinforced because it's not worth the reinforcements. You'll want to do some remodeling of these walls in here. Some teams just blow this side, some teams blow both sides, so you can look from B to A. Some just do it so you can look from red to A. Either way. That's a preference thing, but you should be blowing holes in those walls. That's how you defend basement. I'm going to be switching up to the next site. Okay, now we're in the teller office area. So obviously, this one's pretty simple. Obviously, reinforce that wall. Reinforce that wall, so that's 4. Want to reinforce that. I believe that's 3. It might be 4 total. Nope, it's 3. So 2, 4, 7. I don't think there's any drop downs in here. There's not. Those 7. That's really all you need. You'll want to remodel this wall. So you can see between the sites. You might even want to blow a hole in it. Like a real walking hole. Besides that, this is one of the easier sites to hold down because you only really have to worry about this, that, and those 2 doors over there. It's only 4 entry points, and one person can cover both of these. It's not hard. You'll probably need different people to cover these, but I mean, you could cover this by yourself, cover both these by yourself, but not as easily as you could cover both of these by yourself. And the nice thing about this spot is that there are not any drop downs at all, although they can rip up the floor as much as they want, or rip up the ceiling. They just won't be able to enter from the ceiling. Alright, and I'm going to switch up to the next spot now. Alrighty. Now I've got this last spot. This is the last, what I would call a viable spot on this map. This is the open area and staff room. So obviously, drop down. So you want to get these drop downs. Those 2. So now there's this wall here, which I think this is going to be a good 4. No, this is 3. That's that same wall from the tellers. And that's going to be 4. So that is 7. Then those 2 drop downs is 9. I'd also recommend you reinforce this wall here. That way, when you're trying to hold this window, they can't spray through this wall. Now, you, as a defender, it makes more sense to you to be able to have to force the attacker to climb in and then peek him when he's in the open and shoot him. Then it makes sense for you to try and get into a peeking war with the attacker with his assault rifle and ACOG sight on the other side of that window. Way easier if you just wait for him to climb in and shoot him while he's in the open. That's why I reinforced this. Again, I mean, you could use that other reinforcement, but that's where I'd put it, because it's an important angle to hold. Now, with this site, you really don't have to worry about that door, that door, that door, and that window. So, as long as you don't get thermite breached, this is a very easy spot to hold. And then this also has an alarm at it. So, gives you a good warning if someone's coming that way. So I'm going to be switching to the next spot. This spot is again pretty simple. You can also always tear up this wall. You really want more sight lines from A to B if you want to be able to cover the sights better. This wall can be torn up. This wall I wouldn't recommend tearing up because this room is likely going to be controlled by the attackers. It doesn't really make sense for you to be here. You can't sit here because you get shot in the feet by the drone holes. You can't really sit here because you can't really hide from the window all that well. So obviously you're going to just have to wait back here. Anyway, go ahead and go to the next spot. I'm going to show you why that spot is not viable. Okay, here we are at the non-viable side of the map. So if you really have to defend this site, get this wall, get that wall, and then get that wall. That's 10 reinforcements. It might also be useful to have castle to cover these. And that would prevent someone like Blackbeard from sitting out in this window and shooting into B room. Now, of course, it won't stop like someone like Sledge or Ash or anyone with breaching charges from getting in there, but it will block a sight line unless someone, you know, pushes all the way up to here and destroys it. Now, the main reason why this site is horrible is windows. Windows are the great killers of sites. Here is 4 entry points. People can be up there, people can be on the side, people can be down there. You can get Blackbeard up here. It's very hard to do anything about people at windows. And you also have to worry about people shooting in from over there. Obviously, they can shoot down these. They can shoot barricades out of these windows, and then they can have a kind of a sight line in a B. It won't be a super great sight line, but they'll have something. You don't have to worry about it. You also have to worry about multiple entry points, a lot more than most of the sites. So you've got that door, you've got these windows, you've got this room over here, you've got that room over there, and you've got all these walls along here. This really is a very open site. It's very hard to cover. So again, that's why I would consider it a not viable site. I hope you guys found this guide useful. Please leave a like if you did. If you want to see more guides, tips, commentaries, or gameplay from me in the future, please subscribe. If you want to follow me on Facebook or Twitter, my links are in the description below. If you want to chat or game with myself and other fans, my Discord is in the description below. And if you really enjoy my content, I would appreciate your support on Patreon. It helps me commit to doing this full time. Have a great one, everyone.